Now let's imagine the power was out in this area. Crews usually have to respond and then they de-energize this line here. Businesses on Main Street have been struggling since construction began back in April. Now they're making a plea to you to come out and see them, worried they won't outlast the construction. Police crews and fire crews from both Cole County and Jefferson City surrounded the whole area today. The Cole County Commissioner says he has an idea where this brick may have come from. Now, as you can see, this art sort of jumps out and creates an optical illusion. Senator Sanders just finished up on stage. People are starting to filter out of the auditorium now. Lowe isn't just concerned about the price of living in Columbia. She's also concerned that signs like these, $32 million a day, that's how much money Missouri hospitals are losing right now. When you do the math, it's overwhelming. Right now in Italy, there are more than 2,000 confirmed cases and more than 50 deaths. There were no reporters present and no questions, but the department says this is a step towards more transparency. Bernie's supporters are fired up tonight. They're ready for the sun to rise so they can go ahead and get out and vote. Now, supporters gathered very early this morning, and cheers and honking down this street were almost endless. Now the supporters do say they've got a bit of work cut out for them, but they say they're hopeful for tomorrow's outcome.
Hope of an America that I always believed in.
For Melanie Thompson, Bernie Sanders is the candidate who stands for everything she always stood for. And that one word, hope, says it all.
Hope that there is love and compassion and openness and a desire to help everybody do better.
Sanders' crowd today was young, vibrant, and energetic, something his campaign has been known for. And supporters say it's because they're a progressive generation.
He really stands up for everything we believe in, and he listens to the people, and he listens to what we have to say.
They're ready for something new.
Everyone else is just so old school and so stuck in their ways. And I really see big change coming that the American people have wanted for a really long time.
Their main concern, low voter turnout among younger generations.
If the younger people can have a good voter turnout, that we could maybe see a win from Bernie tomorrow.
But even though many of his supporters are young, Melanie Thompson says Bernie Sanders isn't just a young person's candidate. She says he's the people's candidate.
This is going to be across the board, and it's going to be for everybody.
And Thompson has advice for the whole state of Missouri.
Get out and vote. Get out and vote.
Now, some of the supporters I spoke to today said they are a little concerned about Biden's recent surge, but they say they're hopeful that things will work out, and they say they've got their work cut out. They're going to start canvassing tonight and tomorrow. Live in St. Louis, Michael Van Schoik, KOMU 8 News. Just Jeffs suddenly started getting GrubHub orders on Saturday. They were completely out of the blue. The staff says they were caught off guard, and dealing with it has been a challenge. But the owner says he thinks he almost has it resolved.
I was furious. I was furious.
Jeff Spencer says he opted out of GrubHub's service in January.
Turns around 2 weeks later and it's up on their website.
After their menu went up on GrubHub's website, it complicated their business at its 2 locations. Drivers called confused about orders, which store location to go to, and workers became backed up.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I do not know why they can practice business like this.
But Jeff is mainly worried about his customers.
I have a very small market, and every single one of my customers is important to me.
He says it's not what Just Jeffs is all about.
I feel like I touch every single person that comes to this restaurant. I come out and get their trays, I take their orders, I'm involved, and they know me, and hi Jeff, we're friends.
He doesn't want his place to lose its personal touch and his food to lose its quality. And as far as considering using these services down the line,
absolutely not.
Now Jeff's busy filling out paperwork to have them permanently removed from the GrubHub marketplace, and he has advice for other owners.
Check your restaurant and see if it's on there.
He says he's not the first and probably not the last. I reached out to GrubHub's corporate office. A spokesperson says GrubHub adds restaurants when it sees local demand. The company did say they try to work as quickly as possible to remove companies if they don't want to be a part of the marketplace. Emily, dozens of people gathered here earlier in song, chant, and cheer, and cars continued to drive by down the street, all of which had the common theme of opening back up. Enough is enough. That's what the protesters say. They say it's time to get back to the way things were before.
So we need to get back to work.
They say too many people are struggling and out of work.
Let's do it. Let's open it up, city. You know, we've all got bills to pay. All of us do.
The protesters say it goes beyond the city and businesses. It's about their personal freedom.
Nationwide, we're seeing our constitutional rights being infringed upon.
The protesters say nobody else should make decisions for them. They say staying healthy is still a priority, but they don't want the economy to continue to struggle.
We don't want to be sick physically as a nation, but we also don't want to be sick economically. And economically, we're close to a bad place.
The protesters are ready to get back to normal and ready to do whatever it takes to get people and businesses back to where they were. Several of the protesters say everything now should come down to personal health and safety precautions, not government restrictions. Chief fans are very excited. They've been waiting for this moment for 50 years. Some are concerned about the weather, but others are ready to make the trek, and it all comes down to team spirit. Despite the rain and winter weather, the victory flag still waves for Chiefs fans. For some, that means beating the weather and heading to Kansas City.
We'd love to see the parade.
Going to Kansas City for the parade.
I hope that the roads don't get clogged up with snow.
They're all wishing for the same thing.
I'm praying for a good sunny day. I don't think that's going to happen.
But others just have faith in MoDOT.
No, I think MoDOT's going to take care of they'll take care of stuff.
And if the weather's bad, some fans have a plan.
Yeah, we got to be smart, we'll want to be around to see it next year because I think they're going to win again next year.
For most Chief fans, tomorrow's celebration is more than just a parade.
My boy's got to be there.
Because that win meant so much.
Sunday night, I cried.
Oh, we were so happy.
Lots and lots of joy.
And at the end of the day, it's all about showing spirit.
I think tomorrow's really about the camaraderie of the fans have been waiting for so long for this championship.
Whether it's in Columbia, Kansas City, or anywhere else, one thing is certain: fans will be there in spirit. We had a Facebook poll asking if you plan to head out to the Chiefs parade. Right now, about 12% of you are headed out, and about 88% of you are staying put. Several people were a bit concerned about the slick roads. Others said they had to adult tomorrow, staying back at work. And some wish the city would have picked a better date. In the studio, Michael Van Schoik, KOMU 8 News.